and tell me something about your expectation for today's match.
Yeah, our expectation will be to score 130 plus, and yeah,
Okay,
we are very excited.
good luck. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
So the news from out here: Thailand have won the toss and they will bowl first.
Well, that's the news from the center. Thailand women under 19 electing to bowl first after that toss, as confirmed by my mate Shahidur. And both the Qatari openers have made their way to the center. And Bhutan, I beg your pardon, it's this team that will have to work hard, the Qatari team, in order to get over the line with this Thai team, which has looked a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. And we're about to just get things started. And Shahidur is back in the com box with us. Morning, Shahid.
Yes, a very good morning, Yusuf. Here comes the first delivery of the game. Oh, that's a good start, right on the money. Padmawati Surya, she has been impressive with the new ball.
Thailand, of course, forced to be reckoned with in the associate game. And, Qatar will be very wary of that. They've played really well, winners of the Women's Premier Cup as well.
Oh, that's beaten. That's slightly kept low as well, Yusuf.
Beaten for pace as well, and I think, as you mentioned, the ball skidding through as opposed to comfortably carrying through to the keeper. Something to look out for as the day goes on. Sun will have its effect, and the pitch is expected to dry down and get a bit wary with more use, as has been the case. Qatar looking to effect a surprise here.
That's rock solid, right behind the ball. I think it's an important game here for both the sides. It's the knockout stages, and you can't really do much wrong.
Margin for error is definitely less. The further you go into the tournament, the stakes are higher, and both these teams will be very aware of that. They've come this much into the tournament, and they'll expect to bring their A game on this day, especially Qatar. This team will quite make things hard for them to tie bowling attack.
Kazia Paul on strike. Well, she has been the top scorer for Qatar in this contest with 90 runs behind her back. She has been impressive.
And rightly so, batting up front, facing the ball in the power play. Lots expected of your openers, and she's stood firm amid a lot of chaos in that Qatari batting lineup.
Just guided to the point fielder, opening the face of the bat. Again, this is good bowling. She is maintaining a very good line and length.
Not giving too much away, Padmavati. She's bowling it in the right places, and good to see KZ Paul also happy to let the ball come through to her, trying to maneuver the ball in wherever she could access it. Closing in on the first over. Final ball coming up.
Again, beaten outside the off stump. A good end to the over. Well, seems like there's one more delivery to go.
The umpire's count trumps the director's count, Shahido. So we'll have to respect that.
Well, they're
Yeah.
checking. And yes, it's the end of the over.
Good that both the counts are like. End of the first, 1 for 0.
Well, Yusuf, we have seen a lot of these youngsters. They also featured in the senior side of the ACC Premier Cup that just happened a few days back. So it's wonderful to watch so many young cricketers coming in to play as well.
Definitely, I think that experience does them a world of good, and it will definitely improve the quality of this tournament as well. With your young players breaking into the senior team, it also asks a lot of questions of the senior players. So it's good overall for the game in all of these countries. Thailand, keeper standing up immediately.
Kesine Kyojompol will be the bowler for Thailand. Right arm off spin. Oh, good start. That skidded off the turf. That's a very good delivery to start off.
Yeah, cramped for room on that occasion, Paul. And, spin introduced straight away. One of the more experienced players of this under 19 unit, Kaijan Paul.
That's in the air, and that's the first wicket. A nothing shot there from Fatima, and she departs.
Takes no time to effect an impact here. Kaijan Full. The ball was there to be hit, but no real intent by the batter on that occasion, and holds out straight to the field red short square. The first blood drawn for Qatar, 1 for 1. New batter for Qatar, Risheta Saravana played for the senior team as well during the Women's Premier Cup. Shaidur, we were just bringing that point up. Her experience will come in really handy here, won't it?
Yes, absolutely, and I think it's a very good time for her to walk into bat as the skipper of the team. She needs to take the responsibility as well, and some of the players, they really enjoy the pressure, and it's always your best batter that bats in at number 3. Krisheta, she was very positive at the toss. Qatar, they will be looking to score at least 130. That's the plan, as she told me. But it's going to be a tough task against this bowling attack.
Absolutely. I think that experience comes in handy, and when you're leading the team, there's the onus of responsibility. And great players rise to the occasion. And if any, this is the occasion for Qatar under 19 women's cricket.
Again, good spin there, coming into the right hander. Well, we haven't seen many of the spinners spinning the ball a long way just like that. So it's good signs here for the spinner.
This early in the game with that skinny new ball, if you are extracting that much of turn, I think the Thai captain will be gleaming.
Yes, absolutely. A good point there. It's not easy to grip the new ball as well. So I think she's doing a wonderful job. Picked up a wicket, yet to concede a run. So what a wonderful over here. Thailand, they have been dictating terms with the ball throughout this tournament.
Exactly, they come with that reputation. Qatar will have to be mindful not to go into that shell.
That was flighted and played straight to the cover fielder. No runs there. And that will end the over. That's a maiden wicket. A good start for Thailand. It's 1 for 1. Well, Yusuf, Thailand were unbeaten in the group stages. and they won with big margins against Japan and Myanmar. Japan were all out for 27, Myanmar for just 24. That's how good they were in the group stages.
I think they'll bring that confidence into these rounds as well. Semi-final looming,
Oh,
obviously
big
hot
appeal,
favorites.
and Padmawati gets a wicket. And just like where we were talking about the bowling, they've delivered once again.
And zero hesitation there in giving the batter out. And Thailand, they are now all over Qatar here. They can't afford Qatar to lose wickets in bulk, but unfortunate that they fell prey to that.
Well, they have removed the best batter from Qatar. Kezia Paul, she was in good form, and she departs without troubling the scorers. And Qatar in some trouble right now.
This is what they can't afford, Shahidur. They can't afford to get bogged down up this early in the game. And Thailand, if you give them any whisker of an opportunity, they will break through. Padmawati to continue.
Beautifully bowled once again, right up there in the block hole. Well, the new batter, Lihara, she did well to keep it out.
Padmawati has been really good throughout the tournament as well, and she's come up with her tails up, especially on the back of a wicket. Any bowler, they're a bit more potent than they are without one.
Well, you can see that slight defensive approach from the batter as well. Look at how deep she is sitting in her crease.
Definitely, I think trying to buy every extra millisecond to try and react to this relentless bowling by Thailand. That's what we've been talking as well, Shahid. They can't afford to get into that cell because if they let Thailand dictate terms early, they're just
Yes, absolutely. I think Thailand, they have been very impressive, especially the women's side. We have seen the senior girls, they were the champions. Oh, quick run here, good running between the wickets, slight fumble as well. Well, coming back to the point, the senior side, how good they were in the ACC Premier Cup. They just dominated from ball one till they won that tournament. And they beat one of the favorites, who were the defending champions, UAE.
was just about to bring that up, Shahid. The quality of that UAE side was well documented throughout that tournament, and beating them was not an easy feat, and they did that in style.
It's absolutely. And I think one of the main reasons why they won that tournament was each and every player, they had a clear plan and they delivered right on the right time. So there were not too many players who really carried the team, but it was more of a team play, and each and everyone contributed. That was the whole beauty of that tournament for Thailand.
I think a high level of skill and a high level of clarity in role took them very long through that tournament and eventually resulted in a championship.
That's beautifully bowled once again. Padmawati, it's very impressive. End of another successful over. It's 2 for 2.
No surprises with the bowling. Initial combination will persist as per the Thailand's captain's preference.
Oh, confusion. A better throw there, and it could have been very close.
I think over the past 2 months, Shahid will be involved with Legend Cricket's broadcast production. One thing that I've really seen is the growth of associate cricket. You don't associate these countries with this much of skill in the game, do you?
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's wonderful to see new teams coming in and putting up a show, and they show the passion and the hunger in them for cricket as well. So a lot happening out there, a lot of positives, especially in associate cricket. And talking about associate cricket, I think Indonesia, the Indonesian women's team, they have done a wonderful job. They made their debut in 2019. In a matter of 6 7 years, they are now one of the forces to reckon with. Let's play
They
it back
come
to
leaps
cover.
and bounces. They come leaps and bounces in Indonesia. If you look at them playing, you're not going to look at that team and say they started playing in 2019. Such has been the investment and the project that's been going on there, that all their teams across all age levels in the women's game are performing at a really good level.
Beautifully flighted, and that beats one fielder, but the cover fielder does well. Good teamwork there.
Prashita Saravanakumar will keep her guidance is very succinct. Kulihara Abhishekara.
Again, the ball just stopping onto her. Well, she has been very smart with changing her pace as well. We have seen her darting few of the deliveries right into the right hander, and then on that occasion, she just slowed things up. So this is very smart bowling here. This time it's quicker and just away from the fielder. They might be going for the second. This could be close. Oh, they've made it. Good running between the wickets.
Good awareness and end of the fourth over. 6 for 2.
Well, Qatar, they're just trying to steady the ship, but in that process, they are playing a lot of dot deliveries. We're into the fifth over, only 6 runs on the board. It will cause a lot of pressure on the batters going forward. But yes, they need a partnership as well. Look at that full toss. She's missed it.
Now, the kind of privilege, like you mentioned, Shahidur, that a batting team can afford. Just play 6 runs in 4 overs, especially got to make use of that power play. But they've been put under a lot of pressure by this Thai bowling unit, as has been a lot of the other teams.
Let's play it back straight to the bowler. And yes, we have a lot of exciting games coming up as well. We have one more match today in the afternoon, which is going to be between Indonesia and Bhutan, right at this very venue. I'm very excited for that game.
Both quality teams, both very good teams. They'll not let the skin off each other too easily. In comes Padmavati.
Again, just trying to push the ball in the gap, not timing it well. You can see the frustration while playing that shot. Krishita.
Padmavati's action reminds me a bit about Mustafizur Rahman Shah. That lean into the bowling action and that sideward gallop to the bowling crease. bit of that in there. If you just keep an eye for that. She leans there on that occasion and gallops in.
Well, that takes the outside edge. Well, there's a hint of him, I would say. But yes, talking about Mustafizur Rahman, he's one of the best bowlers uh, worldwide. And the slow deliveries that he bowls is just amazing.
Incredibly skillful bowler. And Padmavati will be happy to be spoken in the same lines as him. And Thailand will hope she can keep delivering the goods.
Oh, that's in the air. And she delivers the good. And a great catch as well. Diving towards her left. Well judged. And there goes another one.
Well, you can't bet on me to catch a fish every day in the river, but you can definitely bet Thailand to catch everything that comes their way. Incredible fielding on that occasion. The opportunity was created, but the catch had to be taken, and boy, oh boy, was it taken. Look at that. Full stretch, eyes on the ball, prize secured.
As it was Afisara Swan Chonrati, the fielder on that occasion. Well, she has been part of the senior side as well. So that brings in all her experience. And the way she judged that catch was beautiful. Absolutely brilliant.
I think the fielding bar is also very high amongst these associate teams, Shahid, especially Thailand. With I think even Natakan Chantam, the experienced opening senior batter, was spoken for her performances in the Women's Premier League as well as a fielder, and they've really kept those standards high. And you saw what exactly happened there.
Oh, that's close as well. Well. Vihara survived. Well, it was Devananda, the new batter. In fact, end of over number 5, it's 7 for 3.
Change in the bowling for Thailand. Hasn't stopped her proactive captaincy, the Thai skipper, regardless of the situation being largely favourable to them. Konfimon Kongdi, 18 years of age.
Well, starts off with a beautiful delivery. So it's a good change as well. A spinner replacing the other spinner, but the pressure is still the same.
Beautiful delivery, like you mentioned on that occasion, Shahid. Textbook of spinner's delivery. And would love to get off on that note with your very first ball.
That's good spin as well. You can see a bit of wrist coming into that delivery as well. We have seen a lot of finger spinners, but nowadays we hardly see an off spinner that uses her wrist as well. Again, beautifully bowled.
Like you rightly did mention, there is that element of using every pressure point available to effect the kind of revs she does on the ball. Kongdi.
It's well bowled once again. And talking about wrist spinners, especially off spinners, it only reminds me of one name, Muthaya Muralidharan. I haven't seen many like him.
He was a revolution, wasn't he? In the spin bowling arena. Really took it to whatever team he played against.
Oh,
Kongli.
that's beautiful. Another peach of a delivery.
She's really got her accuracy going right, Shaidu. Murali was watching. He'll be really proud to see what's going on.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's a matter of pride for you as well, coming from the same country. Oh, that got the edge. This will be runs, at least two of them.
Kongli stringing together a really good over. We'll come back to that after this, Shaidu. End of the power play. 9-4-3 Qatar.
Another,
Change in the bowling.
well, I was about to say the same. Another change in bowling.
Hmm.
Another off spinner. And it's none other than Pachara Pon. And she has been the best bowler in this tournament so far. She has picked up 6 wickets in the first two matches. Very consistent and economical as well. There she goes, just over the cover fielder. Almost got that breakthrough.
The one thing that I'm noticing with Bashara Fonsolta is that she's giving the ball a lot of airtime. Batters, if you're not really skillful, you really get sucked into it.
It's absolutely. I like the speed that she bowls with. Just like that, she just tends to slow it a bit, enticing the batter to play that ball in the air.
Well, Krishita Saravana Kumar has been there for the good part of 20 deliveries. She has to make a move now.
Well, she goes for it and she clears the infield. That might be the first boundary. Yes, it is. Well, she has listened to you, Yusuf.
Speak of the devil. Ball was there to be hit. Got to the pitch of it, cleared the infield. It was letting the ball go its merry way. And the first boundary is up for Qatar. They really want to ride on that momentum. Saravana Kumar, key to whatever hopes this Qatari outfit has.
Well, not a bad shot going against the spin. Slight element of risk, but as a batter, you enjoy that. And straight away, there's a change in field as well. The mid on goes back to long off. In fact, mid off.
I think that's the first bit of proactive cricket that we've seen from Qatar. You need to take it to a team of this kind. If you sit back and let them come to you, they will put the pressure.
Oh, that was not the best of deliveries, and she got away with it.
Thought that went down the leg side, but umpire Noor Hijra thinks otherwise. End of the seventh, 14 for 3. Sornta to continue. Thailand. Very much dictating terms here.
Yes, I think Thailand are in the driving seat right now. They picked up the wickets. They've stopped the runs.
Spin web in action here by the Thai skipper. Spin from both ends and Qatar. I found it hard. Saravana Kumar finally breaking free in that previous over. She'll want more of that.
Oh, that's a wild swing. How did that miss the stumps? That was very close as well.
We're living very dangerously, Devananda Kaviniseri here. Missed the edge a couple of times, the ball, and this time missed everything.
Well, she swings once again and just away from that field at mid wicket. It's the skipper in the short mid wicket, Koranit.
And she's led her team really well throughout this tournament. They're a very strong team and they've been led very well.
Again, slightly aerial. This time she finds the gap. Just a single. And yes, I think when you have a good set of players, it's always a blessing as a captain.
Definitely. I think the amount of skill she has at her disposal can be a privilege for most of the captains in this tournament. But to her credit, she's utilized them well and very effectively.
Again, the ball just stopping onto her.
Kongdi playing the role of strangulation officer, making sure the runs don't flow.
And she has done that well. End of the over. 16 for 3.
Sonta to continue for Thailand. Got that wicket in her very first over. And her skipper will want more.
Well, she has been the only spinner that gave away some runs, conceded a boundary in her last over. Apart from that, all the other bowlers, they've done a wonderful job.
I think collectively they've done so well as a unit that conceding a single boundary makes it look bad on them, Saidul.
Yeah, I mean, they have set that bar for themselves. And now they're paying for it. Flighted again, beautifully bowled. I think she's just trying to play that cat and mouse game with the batter and trying to invite her to play the ball in the air.
Has been the hallmark of her bowling, giving the ball plenty of airtime and asking the batter to do the talking. Sarana Kumar did it well in the last over. She'll hope to do it again.
She does it. That's cut away in the gap. That will be another boundary for the skipper.
Lovely bit of cricket. Bisected the gap on that occasion. And she's now taking it to Pacharapon. Ball dropped wide, was there to be hit and hit it really well in that gap.
Well, Pacharapon, she has been very good throughout this tournament. But it has not worked in a way so far in today's game. Slightly expensive. But she has that fighting attitude. Almost got it. Almost. Well, she'll be disappointed not to get that. It was there for the taking.
She did really well to create that opportunity as well. Look at it progressively, suddenly dropping that ball full length. Aruna Kumar was caught off guard, but should have been taken, Jaidu.
Yes, absolutely. We have to be slightly critical. That must go down as a drop catch. Fuller delivery again. Ariel just over her head. Missed time. Well, Devananda, she's living dangerously out there. All she needs to do is to get singles and get back her skipper on strike.
Sarna Kumar faced some very, very good bowling in the Premier Cup as well. She'll have that experience which she will have to use.
Beautifully cut away. Again, dissecting the field on the offside. She'll settle down for a single because she wants the strike. Rightly so, end of the over. It's 23 for 3.
Well, no changes in the bowling. Happy to continue the Thai skipper with the current combination. Sarana Kumar will want to effect something.
Well, yes and a no there. And they'll get through for a single. They might be going for the second as well. Overthrows. This is good match awareness.
I think one thing that I'm noticing with Sarana Kumar Shahidur is that she looks much more assured, comfortable, and fluid in her stroke play compared to a month or two ago. And I think that's what experience does. That exposure, she's looking really, really good in terms of her stroke play and shot selection.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it also depends on her time that she spends with the senior girls. Sharing that dugout and playing the senior bowlers will also make her skills better.
She certainly looks like she has more time on the ball. Shot selection is much more with conviction, and like you did point out, that exposure, experience, and time is really the coach of it all.
Change of angle here, coming around the wicket. Well, you can see that hunger in Thailand as well. It has been quite a while since they have picked the third wicket, and now they're searching for more and just trying to create the angle, make those changes, and searching for that wicket. And she goes aerial, and she goes in the gap as well. That will be a boundary.
Lovely bit of cricket. She was always living dangerously, Kavini Seri, and went aerial this time. Had nothing to lose and went for it. I think Shahidur, now there'll be a bit of frustration in that Thai camp. I know they're in a position of dominance, but when you are in one, you want to wrap up things quickly, and they haven't been able to so far.
Yes, and that's a good counter attack as well from Qatar.
I think Kavini Seri, that boundary will give her a lot of confidence as well. She's been trying to connect from the moment she came to the crease. And finally, to change the angle again for Kongdi.
I think this is much better coming from over the wicket. She has been very good. I have no clue why she changed the angle, but it's always worth trying. End of the over, and we're at the halfway stage. It's 30 for 3, and the umpires have called for drinks. So we'll be heading into a short break, and we'll come back on the other side.
get a bit of water and get back. Well, we're back with live action here. Well, we're back with live action here from the BAYUEMAS Oval. Players are hydrated, refreshed, and good to go. Change in the bowling attack for Thailand. The new bowler, Kuronit Shonrati, played for the senior women's team that were victorious here at this very venue against a much fancied UAE outfit. She'll want to carry that same confidence into this tournament as well.
That's edged
Takes
away.
the edge. Karanit, a very good batter as well, Shahidul herself.
Yes, very good all-rounder, and she's the skipper of the side as well. So she brings in very good value to the team as well. And I think that's the reason why she was selected as the skipper at a very young age. Oh, beautifully bowled, beating the outside edge of the bat.
She'll want to join the wicket-taking party.
Well bowled. Again, similar delivery. Well, Devananda, she needs to work hard. I think it's all about match awareness now.
Absolutely, that's the right word, Shahidul. It has to be working hard and thinking a bit more proactively, because you can't expect to swing at every delivery and expect it to connect.
Well, she does it, and she does it once again, and it's not going to do good to Qatar. It will put a lot of pressure on her skipper as well, and you can see the skipper having a word with her.
And the smarter thing to do is very obvious here, Shahidul. Get that single, get your skipper back on strike, because she's connecting it well.
Oh, she connected that. That's the outside edge, and that will be runs as well. They're going for the second. Well, every run here will count because Qatar, they have a good bowling side as well. End of the over, it's 33 for 3.
Well, change in the bowling after the break. And Thailand introducing Kevarin Seshao, experienced under 19 campaigner. Right
Well,
arm off spin.
no surprises. More off spin. I wonder how many off spinners they have in the side. Oh, that's edged away. Well, I would say that was slightly deliberate as well. She knew exactly what she was doing, the skipper. But then once again, picking up a single of the very first delivery.
It's happening inverted, isn't it, Shahidul? The skipper needs to be farming more of the strike as opposed to giving it back to Kavini Seri, who's not looked the most comfortable.
Well, she swings a bat once again. Aerial. Well, there's one thing. She has not been afraid to swing her bat. She's taking her risk.
I mean, it could be that conversation where the skipper says, I'm going to give the bat to you. You're going to go all guns blazing. If you go down, you go down, but we get the runs if you do well. It could be that kind of a conversation.
That was a good looking shot. Finds the fielder at point.
As a batter, it really frustrates you when those don't go down to the boundary. When you connected it so well, it's a moment of joy that you silently celebrate. And when it's stopped by the fielder, it becomes a party pooper.
It's much better. Well, she's batting with much more fluidity now. Just working the balls around, picking up the singles, and then that odd boundary as well. The skipper is doing a wonderful job here for Qatar. Oh, another swing. This time she's gone. Hits the timber. Divananda was taking her risk, but she has to depart.
It was a matter of time before it all went down. Kavini Seri was playing across the line and giving too much to the bowler to work with, and kept it pretty simple on that occasion. Kevan straight along the neck of the middle stump, and a you miss I hit delivery, and fortunately for Thailand, Kavini Seri did miss, and the stumps were dislodged. 36 for 4 now. Breakthrough after a very long period. Thailand will be relieved.
In walks the new batter, Sargam Patel. Was in the squad for the senior side as well, I believe.
This is a part of the squad. Traveled with the team, but didn't get too much game time.
Takes the edge. Well, again, a good change brought in by the skipper. Kevarin picks up a wicket straight away in that over. It's 36 for 4. The skipper will continue in here. Oh, well fielded. Look at that for an effort. It's Padmavati Surya at the covers.
Ball was travelling on that occasion, and she's bowled her heart out and is fielding with equal verve and passion.
It's flicked away on the onside. Quick single taken. And a direct hit as well. A lot happening here.
I think one thing that's been very common across both the time senior women's team and the under-19s is that they play very proactive cricket. The direct hits, they're trying something new with the ball every single time. They're not waiting for things to happen. That explains a lot about the journeys of both the teams.
Well, I think that's something they have in their DNA. We have seen even with the senior side as well. They are always in your face. They hardly give you that breathing space as an opponent. And that's the reason why they are so successful in this arena.
You can see even that throw back to the keeper has a sense of intent on it, and they get through their overs very, very quickly. And as an opponent batter, when you are batting out there, when they're vocally in your face and when the overs are going through quickly, suddenly you look around, there's 13 overs done and there's not much to work with.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, well bowled again. Just sipping through. Sarkam Patel had no clue about that.
Swanchon Rathi to Patel.
Much better. Played with a straight bat. Again, good timing as well, but the fielding has been exceptional here.
The fielding and the placements both right on the money. There's not much that Qatar have been able to yield without taking a risk.
This time she goes on the onside. That's beautifully played. 4 runs right from the middle of the bat. Well, that will boost her confidence.
You've got to take your hat off for that kind of a shot. Look at that. The on drive is the hardest shot in the textbook to play, Shahidur. And we usually judge batters' quality by how well they play that. And boy, oh boy, wasn't that played well.
Well, not very conventional when it comes to her feet movement. But yes, it's the T20 format and it's the results that matters. 4 runs for her.
End of the 13th, and we're back into the 14th. And look at that, very quick switch of overs. Thailand.
Good start to the over once again. But she has been very tight with her line and length. Kawarin.
That wicket as well, the breakthrough Thailand were looking for. She'll want to get this one though. Sarana Kumar.
Oh, that was aerial. Again, the ball just stopping onto her. Well, I was out there during the toss, and the pitch looked to be a very good one to bat on. But we have seen some pitches there for the spinners, or it's just some very skillful bowling from the Thailand bowlers, if you can put it in the other way as well.
Even I'm confused. The sun is beating down.
Wild swing and a miss there. Well, that ball could have gone anywhere.
Exactly. Coming back to what I was mentioning as well. The sun was beating down. The pitch looks a batter's paradise from up here, but so far the ball skidded for the quicker bowlers and it's gripped quite well for the spinners, Shaikhar.
It's absolutely. We have seen a lot of grassy wickets here at the BAYUEMAS Oval. this looked very flat. We haven't seen much of grass out there. Even from the visuals, it's pretty clear.
The Varin to continue.
Oh, that's slightly kept low as well. But again, look at how quickly she's just running through her overs.
14 overs done in a matter of an hour.
Well, she takes a single of the very last delivery and she will keep the strike as well. That's
End of the 14th, 42 for 4. Afisara Suanchonrati. Immediate change in the bowling. As part of the senior outfit that won the Women's Premier Cup. Recognizing the threat, the skipper immediately effecting a bowling change here. They need wickets, Thailand, to make sure that Saruna Kumar doesn't run away with it.
It's a good start. Again, well, we have seen a lot of deliveries outside the off stump that was missed by the batter. And most of them were trying to just swing the bat towards the onside. So that's something they can really work on.
Absolutely. I think Qatar have been very good at driving the ball. Anyway, it's been full. Quick to get on the length and play it. But whenever it's been on that channel, Shahidu, they've struggled.
There she goes once again on drive. Well, both the batters, they've looked very strong on their pads. It's just that, the more matches they play and the more exposure they get and more experience, I think they can work on the game on the offside as well. Because cricket nowadays, it's you need to have a lot of armory in to be the best, and your wagon wheel cannot be one dimensional. Just like that, beautifully played. That's exquisite timing from the skipper. Another boundary for her. Just opening the face of the bat.
It's been the shot of the morning, I guess. Saruna Kumar sits back, maneuvering it in that gap. Look at that. Lovely bit of skill on display here. And the outfield at the BAYUEMAS is pretty quick. And it did the rest.
Yes, and I think she can be the example for the rest of the teammates as well. Sometimes you look out for the best players in the world, but then if you just look who is inside your team, you can get a lot of inspiration from them as well. And that definitely was one inspirational shot from the skipper.
Oh, absolutely. I think I remember. I think it was Singapore skipper Shafina Mahesh who mentioned that as a team that they were looking to be better than what they were yesterday. And I think that sums it up all. You don't need to look too much beyond your own halls for inspiration.
Again, right behind the line of the delivery. And she has been using her feet very well as well. Krishata is batting on 27.
Slowly but surely gathering momentum for her innings, Saruna Kumar. She's not much time left, just 5 overs remaining in the innings. They want to accelerate from here, Qatar.
Full toss and well played as well. Finds the gap. Just be a single. Well, I think she has just been short of a good partner from the other end, which has stopped her from playing her natural game. End of the over. 49 for 4.
5 overs left in the Qatar innings. Sarana Kumar well set to play a big innings here.
Again, she's just dancing down the track and trying to get to the pitch of the delivery. Very positive in terms of using her feet. The skipper leading from the front once again. She came into bat at a very tough situation for Qatar. That smashed away and good fielding as well. That ball was travelling.
Patel has looked in good nick. He's connected the ball really well whenever it's been loose and in her arc. And fortunately, on that occasion, finding the fielder.
And trying to target the onside. And it's a very packed onside field as well. I think the skipper has done a wonderful job. She has just closed down all the gaps. And she has her troops out there in the deep as well to save the boundaries on the onside. It's a quicker delivery.
Well backed up by her bowlers as well. The field's been set, but you need your bowlers to back it up. And bowlers and the skipper's placements have collectively asked the Qatari batters to take initiative. If you want those runs, you'll have to go for it. It's what they've been saying, and the scoreline reflects that.
Use of the feed once again. This time she goes over the bowler. That will be 4 runs. And this time it's Sargam Patel who takes on the bowler.
Lovely bit of cricket on this occasion. Patel going over the infield, taking that initiative we were speaking about a few seconds earlier. And that'll be some relief for Qatar.
Well, Qatar are trying to build up momentum here, and I think it's just the right time. We're into the 16th over, 4 more overs after this. They still have 6 wickets in hand, and they have 2 batters. One of them, the skipper, is already well set. She has faced 45 deliveries. This time she gets the edge, and that will be runs as well. Just a single diving effort. That will be the end of the over.
Some good bit of fielding, keeping away from a boundary. End of the 16th, 55 for 4. Four overs to go. Qatar 55 runs on the board. They'll be able to get that score around that 80 to 90 run mark. They'll be happy from the situation they were in, but they'll have to bowl incredibly well and out of their skins to prevent Thailand from chasing any of that down.
Yes, but in the next 4 overs, if they can score 30, 40 odd runs and somehow get to that 100, I think we have a good match in our hands.
Definitely. It won't be easy against this Thai bowling, but they're well set, both Patel and Saranakumar.
Oh, swing of the bat once again. Well, they're not holding back, which is a good thing.
In the meantime, you can't afford to lose the plot as well. In a bid to be aggressive, you can't do all the wild swinging like we saw with Kabini Seri. It will have a ball with your name written on it. If that's the case, it has to be calculated. It has to be composed. Rash batting will not get you anywhere.
That's a poor delivery. That's a wide down the leg and a good take by the wicketkeeper as well.
I
Pitch him
think she's
on
done
with the
really
gloves.
exactly. I was just about to bring her name up as well. She's done really well behind the stumps, Shahidul, silently, but has collected everything that's come her way and has been a real safe haven.
Yes, I think the wicketkeeper plays a very important role for the fielding side. Can save a lot of runs. Oh, slight misfield there, resulting in a additional single.
Brings the skipper back on strike. Sarana Kumar. Well, what has she got up her sleeve?
That's a good delivery. This is good stuff for Afisara.
Winner of this will face the winner of quarterfinal 2 happening later today.
Another one down the leg. This time it will be more runs and it will be 5 of them. That's not good.
The commentators curse Shahidul with speaking so highly of how well she's done with the gloves, and on that occasion, not able to collect it. And I think it was not as comfortable in her arc as well. Ball running down to the boundary.
Wrapped on the pads. A big appeal there. This could be close as well. Appeal for a run out. That was touch and go.
Throw going to the wrong end on that occasion. Sarna Kumar was well short of her ground at the non-strikers end. Patel, in the meantime, was off. She was already halfway down. They've got those 8 runs we were speaking about, Shahidul, previously, courtesy of that wide as well.
Yes, every extra run here might hurt Thailand when they will be batting. Again, heaved away on the onside. Mistimed, but another single. And that's all she needs to do here, Sargam. Get a single and get back your skipper on strike.
They now need to get a move on Qatar. Yeah, both these batters are fairly set by T20 standards, especially Sarana Kumar. She's looked really confident out there. She'll have to connect bat to ball now.
That was again down the leg and a late call here from the umpire. Another wide.
Took her good time there, umpire Noor Hijra. For a moment, I thought she had called it in favor of the bowler, but made sure to spread her arms wide open.
Good delivery. Quick run. This could be close. Yes, she's gone. Well, risk taken. And now they pay the price for it.
Patel took her time to get off the blocks, and that is enough of a margin for this Thai fielding unit to cut through. And that'll be wicket number 5 at a very, very crucial juncture of this Qatar innings. She was looking really good. Sargam Patel goes for 13. Qatar now in a spot of bother. Collected it cleanly and dislodged the bails well on time. Once again, very good glove work by the keeper on that occasion.
Thailand coming back into the game just at the right time. They broke that partnership. Just looking to be dangerous.
Absolutely. I think that's been a hallmark of their cricket. They've come up trumps in those crunch moments. And just as this partnership was becoming a bit more threatening, they ensure to penetrate. And Qatar now 65 for 5 with 3 overs to go. They need those 20, 30 runs. They'll be incredibly pleased if they can get to that 100-run mark.
And with that, there's a change in bowling. Cassini is coming back into the attack. She was very good with the new ball. Started off well. He slowed down the innings right at the top. And I think now she'll need to do something similar in the last 2 overs as well. Oh, that was a half tracker way down the leg side.
I think you mentioned this earlier as well, Shahid. They've been playing with such clarity in their roles, especially you can see this changing bowlings as well. Arjun Fall initially opening the bowling, now coming back to close things off. That clarity of role has really shown through the Thai team.
Yes, and I think it's not an easy job, especially as a spinner. Oh, quick single once again. This time she gets home. And yes, coming back to the point, I mean, as a spinner, to take the new ball and then to come back and bowl towards the death overs, it's not an easy task. But I think they're very skillful. And it's all about the mindset, how strong you are mentally as well. Cricket is not only about the physical abilities.
Absolutely.
It's well bowled.
When everything around you is straining you, the weather, the conditions, the opponent takes a lot of tenacity to stand up and deliver for your country. And they've done that very well, especially the skipper, Saravana Kumar.
Well, she dances down the track and goes over the field. That's 6 runs. First maximum here.
Lovely bit of cricket. He's not shied away from an opportunity, especially when it's come begging in terms of hitting it down the ground. Just one bounce and over the fence. Umpire also calling it a boundary on that occasion. Saravana Kumar is really steering this Qatari ship here.
Well, that looked to me like a 6, but confirmation just landed inside. Probably the fielder just overran that. But yes, 4 welcome runs here. Again, Ariel, this time a leading edge and a simple catch. There's the wicket. And there goes the skipper. She departs for 34.
Well, a lot of Qatar heads in that camp will droop. She was just beginning to look a little more threatening, Sarvana Kumar. She was holding their innings together. And with the Sargam Patel also back in the hut, Qatar now really in a spot of bother. Was there to be hit. The right intent was there to clear the infield, but the connection wasn't. And Shahidur Qatar now have a lot of work to do.
Well, they have lost their skipper at a very wrong time here.
Absolutely, they can't. They couldn't have afforded to do that. To have done that because they just lost that wicket of Patel a few minutes ago. It was up to Saravana Kumar to stay right through to the end and finish the innings off. Not exactly sure what's going on. And on the other end, we have Jaza Mariam. Made her national team first multi-tournament appearance in the Women's Premier Cup and bowled really well against a very strong Bhutan team. Fortunately, ended up on the wrong side. But now she has a job on her hands. She has to bat through the next 2 overs and get her team off to a formidable score.
Well, yes, it's going to be a tough job for the two new batters. So it's Jaza and Amna out there for Qatar. And in comes Padmawati. She was very good with the new ball as well. 3 overs, 2 runs and 2 wickets. She was the bowler who did the damage right up there. Oh, that's wide down the leg. That was close to the pads as well.
They've lost a bit of that bowling discipline from earlier in the innings. There was barely a wide to work with at the start, and now it's becoming a frequent occurrence.
Especially in the last couple of overs, we have seen plenty of wides, plenty of extras. Very unlikely of Thailand. Usually they're very disciplined when it comes to their bowling. And talking about that, there goes another one. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. Good comeback here. Couple of wides and then she bowls one in the right area.
$73 for 6 now, Qatar. The 11 deliveries remaining in the innings.
Wrapped on the pads. That probably was going over the stumps. Just the height factor. It looked to be very straight from here.
Fairly tall, Jaza Mariam, but I think, like you mentioned, the ball hitting above the knee roll for the batter. And not much of excitement from the Thai bowlers as well. But look at those numbers, Shaidu. 2 for 4 in 3.2 overs.
Well, that's Ariel. Could have been the third if only mid on was inside the circle, that ball would have went straight to the hands. Well, it's getting slightly gloomy in here at the BAYUEMAS Oval. But that's cut away. She finds the gap. That smart batting from Amna was wide, short delivery. Just needed to get a connection, and she got a couple of runs.
They're trying a few things here. Jaza and Amna Kashif.
Well, quick single. This could be close. Yes. She's gone. Well, that was absolutely suicidal.
Too eager on that occasion. Kashif immediately going for the run and Jaza following suit. Unfortunately for the both of them, wasn't there to be taken, and that millisecond of hesitation resulting in the 7th wicket for Qatar. They're falling like a pack of cards now. They looked well set for a flourish of a finish, but unfortunately now the numbers are looking bleak, especially with a very strong Thai outfit yet to bat.
Well, Yusuf, how necessary was that single? I think sometimes you just need to ask yourself that question.
You do understand that there is a necessity for runs, especially in those last 7 to 8 deliveries, but there was no run at all there on that occasion.
Again, quick single. This could be close as well on the other end. Oh, just missed the stumps. Well, the batters are leaving their lives on the edge. End of the over. It's 77 for 7.
No surprises there. Kessini to finish things off for Thailand. She's done well up front, and nothing less as was expected of her. And Maria Jacob and Amna Kashif, they're in unfamiliar territory. It's not their job.
Starts off well. Quick single once again. This is good running between the wickets. Well, I think this was the type of urgency they needed to show a bit earlier, because we have seen too many dot deliveries out there in the middle overs.
Absolutely. I think one thing we were speaking of was how those dot deliveries can be a momentum breaker. And when you come back to look at the eventual scoreline, that's become the difference.
Again, just playing with soft hands and running off for singles. They are trying to take as many runs as possible.
Every bit counts. Realistically speaking, they'll be happy with 85 runs now, Qatar. 79 for 7 with 4 deliveries to go.
But with 4 deliveries to go, they should swing the bats just like that. I think there's nothing to lose. 3 more deliveries to go after this, and they have 3 wickets in hand. I think they should just go for the big shots.
Definitely, I think if the mindset has to be there, but given how unfortunate they've been in losing those wickets on a timely occasion,
Oh dear, straight to the fielder and an underarm throw there. I'm not sure the fielder knew exactly what she was doing.
I think the conversation between both Maria and Amna right now is try to milk out as every single run as possible. Quite different from the opinion you had, Shahidur, and they're now above that 80-run mark.
Oh, that's underedged. Another single. Yes, and I think with more matches that they play, they will only get more matured and they will understand the situations better.
Definitely, every bit counts in these phases, and whether they come in edges or not, you take them. They're valuable runs. Final ball of the over coming up then. Qatar 82 for 7.
This final delivery of their innings. Can they squeeze a boundary out here? Will she go for the shot or will she settle down for a single? Amna on strike. Well, she tried for the single and it hits the timber. She loses her wicket. Well, it was Maria Jacob, I believe.
It
Oh, it
was
was Amna.
Maria Zik. Oh, Amna Kashif. I think Thailand finishing their innings the way they know best. Off a wicket, 82 runs of the board. What do you reckon, Shaidur?
Well, it should be a good contest, especially if they can pick up early wickets. Qatar, they can put a lot of pressure on this Thailand side. But yes, as we go into an innings break, I think Thailand will be the happiest side here.
Shaidur, all good, yeah?
Ah, bhai, all good. I'm going down for a while. Welcome back.
Well,
We are live at the BAYUEMAS Oval, and this is the run chase from Thailand. They'll need to score 83 runs, 10 wickets in hand. And to start off the proceedings, it's Fatima who has the new ball in her hand. And with that, I have my fellow commentator Yusuf in the com box as well.
well, morning Shaidur. Qatar managing to get in one piece in that first innings.
That's well bowled, good delivery. Well, if Qatar can bowl like this, they're going to ask a lot of questions to Thailand.
Oh, absolutely. I think they're very capable as well. Just that bit of discipline, and they'll be asking a lot of questions.
Oh, that's a wild swing and a miss. Tanrada on strike. And her partner is Arikan on the other side.
I mean, it's crazy how momentum is a huge driver in sport, and Qatar will be looking for momentum.
That was slightly aerial and first runs off the bat. And this
She'll
is a
be
good.
disappointed. Tanrada C7, she'll be disappointed that she couldn't get it down to that boundary.
Oh, that's muscled. Over the bowler, one of the safest places to hit the cricket ball. And Arikan gets off the mark in style.
We were just speaking about it, Shahidur. Momentum is a huge factor, and that one loose delivery allows Thailand to get the shackles off and undoes all the good work that Fatima has done with the ball.
Yes, absolutely. It was right up there in the slot, and straight away there's a change in field as well. Midon goes back. Oh, that's the wicket. You miss, I hit, and look at her celebrate with a dance.
Qatar delighted. They know how important that wicket is. You can see their fielders running across to congratulate Mukadam on that wicket. And Arikan Fenko has to depart. Then Qatar will cry out their battle cry and try to effect a surprise. A pitch of a delivery, getting that timber. Now then, important moment in the game, Shahidar. Officer, experienced campaigner, now at the wicket.
Well, Afisara has been their best batter in this competition so far. 123 runs in the first two games, 65 not out, her best. And she's someone who likes to take the attack to the bowlers. And I think just the right type of batter that Thailand will need right now. But what an over. We have seen a very good looking shot and a boundary, and the very next delivery, Fatima gets a wicket. And that was a hell of a celebration from her as well.
Well deserved, Shahidul. Well deserved. I think getting any of these two wickets, especially the number 3 batter, would be a huge cherry on top of the cake, because if you dictate terms in the power play, you can definitely control a lot more of the game as it goes on.
Yes, Maria Jacob will have the new ball from the other end. She's coming into ball from the Negara end. And a decent tournament for her so far as well. Picked up 4 wickets. Oh, that's well bowled. The ball just skidded through. That's all they need, Qatar. They just need to keep the basics right.
I think it's fair to draw conclusions, Shahidur, that There is more in the pitch for the bowler than we initially expected it to be. It wasn't just a matter of skill, although they bowled really well, Thailand.
Well, yes, you can say that, but at the same time, if you're good as a batter, you can also realize that the ball is coming very nicely onto the bat. And that's exactly why we have seen the skipper of Qatar played such a wonderful innings. So it's all about how you approach the innings as a batter.
Absolutely. I think that mindset needs to be there. And if the bowler is not giving away too much freebies, you have to make your opportunities.
That's well bowled. Well, I think that's all Maria Jacob needs to do right here is to just strangle the runs on from one end so that her bowling partner can deliver the good from the other side. I think cricket is all about partnerships. It's not only about the batters, but it's also about the bowling partnerships that can really do some damage. Just like that, beautifully bowled once again.
I think without a shred of doubt, Shahid, what you mentioned earlier, they have to work in tandem, both these bowlers, and they're very capable bowlers as well. Qatar have a bit more bowling left in their attack as well, and they definitely have strung together a score which can put up a fight. It's not the 30s or the 40s that Thailand will have a cakewalk over. They have to work for these runs.
Anuradha is on strike. And I think it's also very important how Thailand are going to approach this run chase because right now they have the best batter out there in the middle. So someone just needs to hang on there. Well, that will help. That's a wide down the leg. So someone just needs to hang in there and just get singles, maneuver the ball around, and just keep things very simple.
Definitely. And that's one thing that Qatar will want to avoid, giving away free lunches in the form of wides and extras. They've done well so far, except on that occasion. They want to keep up to that record.
It's absolutely when you're just chasing 80 odd runs, a partnership of 20 or 30 can really take the game away from you. So sometimes it's those small numbers that also plays a crucial role.
Exactly. And I think Qatar will be very wary of that. Jacob giving away her first runs off the bat on that occasion.
Apisara will take the strike for the first time in this game. Well, she has had a wonderful time with the bat. But yes, Thailand will need her services today as well. That's going to be a wide, a short and wide outside the off stump.
Can't afford that, Jacob. And I think it's a reaction of knowing the quality of Swanchon Rati. They're trying to keep it away from a hitting arc.
That's played straight to the fielder. And this is a good field setup as well. End of the over, 8 for 1.
$75 more to get. 108 deliveries remain. Game is evenly poised, especially with that early wicket from Muqaddam. Looks like a game for the viewers' pleasure.
That's a good looking shot. Finds the fielder. This could be close. Oh, she was short of her ground. A direct hit and she was gone for all money.
That was close. Direct hit, Shahidur, like you said. Qatar would have had two up. Lovely bit of cricket. Good shot and good fielding equally.
Yes, I think it's all about the belief. Qatar needs to believe that they can win this, because if they put up a spirited performance here, they will trouble the Thailand side. Well, Thailand came into this game unbeaten. Qatar, on the other hand, oh, that's another close single. We're talking about Qatar, on the other hand, they had the tough journey. Three teams in their group, so they had to play two matches. In fact, three matches, and they didn't have the best of times. They thrashed Hong Kong, but then they lost the other two games. But still, they're hanging in there, fighting out there. So a lot of spirits, and they're trying their best. So it's a good show put in by Qatar. It's wide.
I think the good news for Qatar when they come out here is that the results in the group stage no longer matter. It's about who performs on their day, and Qatar have put up a fight today. Whether it will yield, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh dear, that's a full toss. She's gone. I mean, they've caught it. They're celebrating, but it's a no ball for height. Oh dear. And no one actually was looking at the umpire. That's a free hit coming up.
And I think that wide was called directly by umpire Noor Hijra as well, the standing umpire at the non-strikers. And as soon as ball hit bat, she was quick to stretch out her right arm.
There's a free hit coming up. Use of the feet. Well, you cannot get out on a free hit unless you're run out. So she was safe. But yes, it was interesting as well. Umpire Noor Hijra didn't even wait for the leg umpire. She was straight away. She was sure about the call.
Qatar, they need to stay consistent.
Fuller delivery, slightly aerial as well. But there's a sweeper in place. Another single.
I tell you, Shadar, Thailand are very used to playing an attacking brand of cricket, especially in a game that they hugely fancy to go on and win. If they don't get that regular influx of boundaries, they will feel the pressure. And it will be very smart of Qatar to just bowl in those dots and give those occasional singles, because when they are under pressure, the opportunities will come.
It's absolutely. Oh, that's in the air. That's dropped. Oh dear. That was the catch of Afisara. And how costly will that be? Did they just drop the match?
Valiant effort in the cows there, but you got to hold on to these at this level, because batters like Afisara, they don't give you too many chances. It could just be the moment that resets her focus, and you don't want that as a Qatari fielder.
Oh, that could be a wide as well. No, that's the over. It's 15 for 1.
Baria Jacob to continue. Bowled well in the previous over, except for those two wides which he will not want to repeat. Some proactive field setting here by Prisheta Sarvanakumar brings in a short square leg.
Well, starts off with a wide. Well, they can't afford so many extras. Qatar, they had a good start, but they're just losing their way into this game.
You can understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep it out of the hitting arc of the batter. But you're doing that, you have to do that within the legal framework of the delivery. Because otherwise, you're going to end up bowling quite a few wides like that, which you can't afford with 82 runs on the board.
That's a single to point.
Good bowling on that occasion. Qatar, they'll need a bit more attitude in the field as well. We saw how Thailand, they were really aggressive and, like you mentioned, Shahidul, in the face of the batter. That has to come from within and will make a world of difference.
Oh, poor delivery down the leg. Another wide. Well, you need to be disciplined as a bowling unit.
Started well, Jacob. Now losing her way a bit. Second wide in the over. She's strung together a consistent length, but that line has been wavered.
There goes another wide. Oh dear. Maria Jacob is struggling in here.
Skipper needs to have a word with her bowler. It's about keeping the basics right. And when you try too hard, sometimes things can go out of control. Jacob needs to keep her calm here.
And you can see she's just losing her rhythm and again checking her steppings. I think it's very important as a bowler that you get your rhythm right, and that has not been the case. She started off with a couple of good deliveries, Maria Jacob, but then she has bowled too many extra deliveries. In a low scoring game, you can't afford that. Much better.
I like how you brought up the word rhythm, Shahidul. I mean, you have to feel in sync as a fast bowler, especially because everything from the beginning of your run up to the end, every little factor, every little moment really contributes to the eventual delivery.
That's played down the ground. Oh, slight misfield as well. A single. Well, Thailand won't mind the singles. That's all they need. Scoreboard pressure is not there. They're going at 6 runs per over.
And a good number of those runs have come from extras. And that would have made the difference in terms of pressure. That's why it's so important Qatar bowl really well.
That's well played. Another single.
Thailand merrily going along, happy to sit back and bat. No real concerns over net run rates at this stage of the tournament. The win should happily get them through to the semi-finals.
Oh, that's late cut. That will be runs here. Long chase here for the fielder, and she does well. A couple of runs taken as well. This is an expensive over here from Maria Jacob.
Really good bit of fielding on the boundary there on that occasion. They've liked a better throw there, but Qatar giving it their everything.
Oh, that's timber. You miss, I hit. That kept low as well. And there's another wicket for Qatar.
Lovely. Lovely. It was as simple as that, Maria Jacob. We just had to stick to a line, keep it very simple, and you get your prize. Tanrada C7 was starting to look good, and it's curtains for her. Kept things simple, Jacob. Ran in, bowled it back of a length, and cramped Tanrada for room. And that'll be wicket number 2 for Qatar. Important moment in the context of the game. 24 for 2 at the end of the fourth. Change in the bowling for Qatar. Spin introduced. And Lihara Abesekara, player of Sri Lankan origin. Interesting to see her action here. Presuming where umpire Noor Hijra is standing, I expect her to go through the umpire and bowl left arm around the wicket to the right hander.
Oh dear. Another chance goes begging.
She did some incredible fielding in the previous over, Rana. This time, not hanging on to that. They can't afford this, Qatar. They need wickets.
This flighted again, Ariel. This is a good start from Lihara. She has been one of the strike bowlers for Qatar.
Again, very rare you see these kind of bowlers now. Go through the umpire.
A quick single taken. Again, good running between the wickets. Fielder could have done better. And Lihara has already picked up 7 wickets. She has been the leading wicket taker for Qatar and definitely will be the bowler to look out for.
7 wickets in 3 games is a really good number, but she'll want to build up on that in this game. Very crucial for Qatar that they get these wickets quick.
Oh, smart fielding. Well, it's efforts like those that will really lift up the spirits of the team.
Exactly. Energy will really count towards how Qatar play and the momentum of the game. Abesekar comes in.
That was very close as well.
How does that happen? How does a bowler get to bowl such a good delivery? The batsman completely bamboozled by it. The keeper barely manages to hold on to it, but the bowler isn't rewarded. Spot can be cruel sometimes.
Flighted, and this time it's played on the onside. Easy pickings here. Afisara won't miss it. She is in form.
Slight bit of a loosener and capitalizes it without any second thoughts, and she won't give you too much time to work with Afisara. Anything loose, and she'll play with maximum intent, and a good over spoilt of the last delivery. Abhisekara bowls out her first, and at the end of the fifth, Thailand going at a runner ball 30 for 2. Amna Kashif, the new bowler for Qatar.
A quick single. Again, this is smart batting and a good partnership between the two as well. You can see both of them, they're just trying to hang in there.
Definitely, I think both of these players have been in the circuit for some time, been through these situations, and they'll know more than anybody. Calm head is what's most needed now. Thailand edging closer and closer.
Oh, misfield. Again, Qatar just slightly losing it towards the last couple of overs. We have seen a drop catch, we have seen some wides, and now this misfield. Every run here will hurt them.
Oh, absolutely. I think they started off with a bright spark, but haven't been able to cling on to it. Some of those runs should never have been given away, and some of those catches should have definitely been held on to.
That's slightly kept low as well. She gets away with it. Another thought delivery. I think it's very important for the Qatar bowlers to understand the equation well. The match is still for the grasp if they can pick up some wickets in here and also slow down the runs. But so far it has been easy pickings for Thailand, especially with all those extras coming in as well. Saying of them, there's one for you.
Exactly. I think the difference at this point, Shahidur, is those extras and those freebies have been the difference between Thailand being at this formidable position and them being at somewhere around 17, 18 for 3. Qatar, the sooner they realize that, the better for them.
Oh, that's a good shot. She finds the gap. Again, very good timing.
Thailand are running away with it now. You can't give second chances to batters like Afisara. And that's why. Because once they're set, it's very, very hard to get rid of them. 38 for 2 now, Thailand. Just 45 runs away.
That's muscled. Hammered through the offside. She goes on the other side. Back to back boundaries for Afisara.
Was short of a length, immediate, and very quick to judge length on that occasion. Swan Rati. and made some room for herself and bisected that gap between mid-off and extra cover. 4 more runs. Now just halfway there now, Thailand.
Well, 2 boundaries in the over. It just releases the pressure of Thailand. And just to make things worse, that's another wide.
You have to feel sorry for Kusheta Sarunakumar Shahidur. He's done the right things. Her bowlers have done the right things occasionally as well, but they haven't really backed it up.
Yes, I think they had their moments, but it's all about consistency. That's aerial as well. And good running between the wickets as well. Excellent stuff here. Pacharapon, she just pushed Afisara for that second. And that's the thing, you have dropped Afisara when she was in single digits. And look at how quickly she moved on to 21 runs of just 14 deliveries. So these are small, small moments that you need to capture. That's the end of the power play as well, 45 for 2.
Abesekar to continue. I think great teams do the little things right over longer periods of time. And when you make mistakes, they make you pay for it. And that is exactly the difference between the performances of both these teams today. Thailand, whenever they've been given an opportunity, they've used it to its fullest. They've done the little things right. The running between the wickets, the fielding, the throwing, done it right over a long period of time, and they're in the box seat now to book the first seat at the semi-final.
Flighted delivery. Well, this is how you should bowl as a spinner. Lihara, she's not afraid to toss the ball in the air, just enticing the batters to come down the track. Look at that. Oh, this time that's a full toss, miss hit, and falls in between 3 fielders converging.
Abesekar has been the shining light for Qatar this tournament. If you said that, Shahid, 7 wickets in 3 games is not an easy feat, especially with the kind of opposition they've come up against. But she's done well. But she'll want to add to that tally pretty quickly if Qatar want to have a chance.
Well, she created that opportunity, but then the fielders let her down.
Absolutely. I think that's been the missing factor. One effort hasn't been backed up by the other. Started well for Qatar in the bowling department, but they haven't been able to keep on with that momentum. And Thailand, in the meantime, have cashed in comfortably on whatever opportunities that have been given to them.
Yes, I think as a bowler, you can just put your heart out there, but if you don't get support from your fielding side, it's never going to work.
Exactly. There's only so much you can do. Abhisekara to Afisara.
Fuller delivery again, converging that into a low full toss, slightly aerial as well, but a safe shot to play over the bowler.
I mean, the stakes would be vastly different if Abhisekara has an equally potent partner from the other end.
Oh dear, that's a poor delivery. But missed time. This would be gone. Oh, she made a mess out of it. First she overran and then she stopped. And at the end, she just couldn't reach it. What should have been a wicket results in 4 more runs. That's the 50 up for Thailand as well.
Boy, oh boy, that was a fruit salad made out of that occasion. End of the seventh, 53 for 2. Change in the bowling. Immediately taken out of the attack, and Jaza Mariam comes in, opened the bowling for the senior women's team in the Asian Women's Premier T20 Cup, and if I'm not wrong, did get a hat trick as well. But there's very little to work with now. 30 runs needed in the next 13 overs for Thailand.
That's beautifully worked away. 4 more runs. Excellent timing on that. She's very strong on her bats.
It's becoming a matter of when rather than if now for Thailand. Just 26 needed to book that first spot in the semi-final. Since they've lost that momentum, Shahidur, Thailand have been motoring along.
Yes, absolutely. And I think you need to bring your best bowlers on time as well. Zaza, she should have came in a bit earlier because now the game is getting away from Qatar. So I remember Qatar won their only game against Hong Kong China where they bundle out Hong Kong China for just 38 runs. And in that game, Zaza Mariam took 4 wickets and Lihara took a fifer as well. So these are your two main bowlers. And when you're defending such a small total, you need to bring in your bowlers earlier.
Exactly, Shahidur. I was quite surprised as well.
Oh, full toss, asking for trouble. Back to back boundaries here.
And it's a sad day as a skipper when even your best bowlers don't deliver. Two easy pickings for the batter on that occasion. Saruna Kumar watches on dejectedly and visibly disappointed. And Mariam will not make eye contact with the skipper because she knows that delivery wasn't worthy of a bowler of her quality.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's all about pressure because she came into ball in a very tough situation when the game is almost out of their hands and they have one set batter and probably the best batter for Thailand in this competition as well. Wrapped on the pads, but she's coming around the wicket, so the angle she'll never get the leg before from there. But just coming back to that point, so I think it's all about the psychological pressure that you take in as a bowler.
Definitely. And I think Qatar, they'll have to go back to the drawing board. Especially, a lot will be pondered upon that drop catch of Afisara Suwanchonrati, which had it been taken would have made a huge difference.
And that has been one of the major issues in this Qatar bowling lineup. Too many extras, too many wides.
Pressure talks, Shahidul, pressure talks, because up in those first 3 overs of the innings, they looked quite well put together, Qatar. Now that it's nearly out of their hands, those have crept in.
That's beautifully driven. That's a delightful shot. 4 more runs here for Afisara.
She's really making them pay. You can see why it's so important that you hold on to opportunities from classy batters when it comes, because look at that shot. That was a glass and a half. Timed it with perfection. Fielder had no chance. Lovely bit of cricket. very expensive over this 15 already.
Again, driven straight to cover. Another single. But that's the good thing. And I think that's the difference between the two teams. Whenever the Thailand batters are not finding the boundaries, they're going for singles and doubles. So it keeps the scoreboard ticking. It's 69 for 2.
Fatima Mukaddam brought back into the attack after the early wicket. But perhaps one would assume, if any, her impact would feel too late to the occasion.
Yes, it's all about having the momentum and consolidating in that moment, which they have definitely missed. That's a good looking shot once again, crunched away. Just a single, a sweeper there. So I think they have missed a trick here, Qatar. They picked up 2 early wickets and then they've just lost their way.
Absolutely, I think they've been too stuck up in terms of strategy. They've come up with a set plan and they've decided they're going to stick to it regardless.
Oh, that's a poor delivery. That should be a no ball as well for height. Yes, and rightly called there. So a free hit coming up.
Thailand are the kind of team, once they have you by the collar, they will not let go. And it's your responsibility to ensure that you don't get there. And unfortunately for Qatar,
Oh,
so
low full toss, and that's crashed through the offside. Afisara is in no mood to stop. Absolutely ruthless.
they're in a hurry to get home. Look at that. Reached out to it and drove it with utter disdain. Now then, a matter of formalities. Just 7 runs required. Thailand well and truly with 1 foot in that semi-final spot.
Seems to be they're in a hurry. The batters are they've just been very, very aggressive. Another couple of runs.
Remember, Shahidur Afisara was dropped on single digits. She's now closing in on a 50.
Yes, absolutely. And what a tournament for her as well. She has been very consistent with the bat. Has been part of the senior women's team as well. Again, slightly aerial and a single taken. And yes, with all those experience and when you share the dressing room with your senior players and you gain a lot of knowledge and even the skill set is different as well because you're facing the elite bowlers.
Absolutely. It seasons you. Exposure at the highest level.
Let's cut away. She finds the gap as well. This might run away as well. Long chase here for the fielder. And well done.
Props to Qatar. They've not given up. That's Lihara Abesekar doing everything she can to help her team get over the line, but it might be one too much late now. It's just a shot away from victory here, Thailand.
Let's look at that effort. Absolutely brilliant. But a little too late, I would say. Another wide. Oh dear.
Scores level now. Thailand will go swinging with a huge gust of momentum into that semi-final come tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be a statement. Well, they need to hang in there for a bit longer. And yes, talking about the statement, it's only 9 overs gone. So they just need one run. And if they can get it within the 10th over, that itself is a statement for all the teams who will be on the other side into the semi-finals.
Definitely, without a doubt. I think whoever is awaiting Thailand will have to have their eyebrows up in terms of watching out for them. But commiserations to Qatar as well. The general sentiment around this game was that they would fold much more easily, but they've put up a total that's fight worthy. They've made Thailand worry a few times, but unfortunately, it's been a side too good for them to deal with either.
Yes, absolutely. I think they have been clinical, both with the bat and with the ball. And that's the winning run. And who else than Afisara hits the winning runs and takes Thailand home. They have got there with 8 wickets to spare, a comprehensive win for them, and they storm through the semi-finals.
Qatar, unfortunate for them, they did manage to string a total together. They started well with their bowling, but it is that stardom of Afisara Suanchondrati who's stood up and delivered for Thailand yet again. But Qatar, when they fly back home, they can go home with their head held up high. It's been a performance worthy of appreciation. Well, that's the summary of the game. Qatar were in a spot of bother early on in their innings, but that knock of 34 from 53 from their captain Saravana Kumar took them to a respectable total of 82 for 8 in a clinical performance with the ball with Thailand, 5 among their opening bowlers. And then it was Thailand all over. Afisara Suanchunrati dropped in the first few deliveries of her innings and a scare earlier by Mukaddam and Jacob in the first 2 overs was really making problems for Thailand, but they've shown through with their experience. And Suan Chonrati yet again shining bright and right for Thailand as they have that first berth secured in that semi-final. And we'll soon be back with action from the presentation as Thailand will be the delighted side of the two, and Qatar's skipper will also join us, and will soon join you with the post-match presentation, and Shahidur will take controls from there.
Welcome to the post-match presentation, and we had a good game as well. So Thailand, they proceed to the semi-finals, and towards today, they won the toss. They put the opposition into bat first, and since then they have not looked behind. So convincing victory for them. But before we go any further, I would like to invite our match referee, Mr. Shafiq. He will be giving away the Player of the Match award, and it goes to Afisara for her 46 runs. Thank you, sir. Afisara, I know you're shy. You're happy with the performance.
Yes, very happy.
Okay. Good luck for the rest of the tournament as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now I would like to have a word with the skipper of Qatar. So hard game for you. Anything you want to say about this?
I think, we have to work harder. There's a lot to improve, and I think batting wise, we started well, and we couldn't continue with the same momentum. But yeah, hard luck.
Yeah, I mean, you have some positives
Yeah.
about your own batting as well.
Yeah.
So tell me something about how you felt right in the middle.
When I started, I was having a bit of pressure because their bowling was equally good, and I was just seeing to time the ball and play my own shots, nothing else.
And any words for your team?
Yeah, we are a good team, and yeah, we can come back stronger. And yeah, so
Good luck for the future.
thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And now it's time for the happier skipper, the captain of Thailand. So everything worked well. You are still unbeaten. Happy with the performance of your team?
Happy.
Happy. Okay, so I'm not going to ask you too many questions. I give it to you. You can speak to the people who are watching you, people back home in Thailand. How proud are you? You can just speak to them in your language.
ก็ก็เป็นเกมที่แบบดีค่ะ แล้วก็คนในทีมก็ช่วยกันได้ดีค่ะ
She feels really good about the game, the team's performance, and looking forward to the next game. Okay, so she is a proud captain, and well done. And we'll see you in the semi-finals as well. So that's it from the post-match presentation. We have one more match scheduled at 2 p.m. and we'll catch you there as well. Thank you.